Okay, let's get things going. We got a lot to cover today, a lot to cover. I thought I'd start here with a couple good subjects we're going to cover today, but with the green screen, just a short piece with the green screen. And I'm going to leave it like this, because that fold on that side of the, I guess it's on the left-hand side to you. I don't know. I keep looking at this. I get mixed up. But here's the important. You'd have to get that tight and get the fold out of there, because when you put the scene in there, it botches it up. But it don't matter. I'm not trying to impress anybody. We'll put something in there. I'll leave this like this. We'll put something in there, and it's the thoughts, the entertaining and everything, and we throw that in. It's even better that it's got a fold. The sloppier it comes out, the funnier it'll be. Okay, so we're going to stop it here, and then we'll get back. Leave this like this, because it's got to do with aspect ratio. The video, one video is made with certain settings, and then the other, you're taking it, the background is a different aspect ratio settings. And you try to, and I know how to do some things and everything, but leave it be. Leave it the way it is. Okay, we're going to get... Okay, I'm back. Now this time we'll change the aspect ratio and get rid of those black bars on the side. Throw a background floating around there. However it comes out, that's good enough. But the subject, let's see, where will we begin? When a baby is born, they'll say it's a boy. They don't say it's a man. They say it's a boy. And it takes us a lot of times, a long time to grow up and everything. The paper today, the Star Ledger, contraceptives and all. A full 98% of sexually active Catholic women have used contraceptives. 98%. And the other 2% are probably lying or something. Families, big families and everything. We had 4 children. And my sister, 8. My wife said today she ran into a lady we discussed this a little bit, and she told me this morning, you ran into a lady and they struck up a conversation in ShopRite or wherever, and the lady had 12. And then I thought I'd throw in something funny in between on occasion. One of those, my sisters, my mother's watching my sister's children, and one of those, probably a boy, is crying like crazy. And my mother, what's the matter with him? What's the matter with him? And then there was a battery there, a battery just like this. See, it's got those terminals on the thing. And I seen that battery, and I said, he must have put that in his mouth. And then I thought to myself, I'm an electrician, How much of a shock could you get for that? The kid was crying bad. So I thought I'd check it out, the kid's crying frantically and everything. And I put my tongue across those terminals, those 2 terminals. And I almost blew my head off. This is 9 volt, this baby, 9 volt. Man, oh man, and I was crying. I guess my mother was trying to calm me down. She had her hands full. And then we were talking a little bit about this, that you read this article in the Star Ledger, contraceptives and everything. And my wife's opinion and all abortion and everything, she's not in favor of abortion and everything, but at the same time, she don't want no man, anybody that's been through a childbirth and everything. She don't want any man, whether it be the priest, a bishop, or telling her too much. The Pope. She don't want to listen to the men. But then at the same time, the women were boys. I guess the women, the way they dress and everything, and all, you know, short skirts and a makeup they put on a. Not my wife, but she does it. She even commented she's conservative and all, but they put on a war paint like every day. They put on her face. My God! And some of them, oh, you look at it.
That's why I changed it.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm going to stop it here just for a second and get my thoughts, regather my... Okay, I'm back. Anyway, this article in the Star Ledger this morning, the last paragraph, we know the leadership doesn't speak for most Catholics on birth control. And at the end of the day, it's a choice every woman must be allowed to make for herself based on her conscience. Correct. Better be very careful, though, in what he tries to push down people's throats. They don't like that. Well, let's get on to some funny stuff. And everybody likes to laugh. The world's too serious. The world's too serious. When we got married, my wife and I, my wife had a little sister. She was, 10 years younger or more. I don't even know. She was tiny. She was only a little girl at that time, Carol. And some of the things that I did to Carol, because I'm a comedian or something, I like to laugh and everything. Christmas time, I took giving her a Christmas present. I wrapped a piece of coal in a nice wrap and everything. And that little girl unwrapped it and all. And the expression on her face, what she had, a piece of coal. God almighty. And I used to like to do things, crazy things. Another one that I did to her, let me see, to show you, something like a box, something, a little bit big, like a jewelry box. And I cut a hole in the bottom, and I put the finger in the box. I put cotton, and then I put the finger in a box, and put ketchup all over, like the finger was cut off. And when that little girl opened that box and found that finger, that was good. Another one with my mother-in-law, I had like an arrow in it with a piece of wire. It could go over your head. You had a hat on it. The arrows through your head, So with my mother-in-law, I was into bows, hunting with a bow and everything and all. And I said to her, made it clear so she would know, And I said to her, I guess I'll shoot a few arrows. And I went past her, carrying a bow, and went outside, And when I come back, you know what I did? I put the arrow through my head, and when I walked in, and I'm holding my head with this arrow through my head, She thought I put an arrow through my head, and I don't know what become of that arrow. I put it on a dog, and the dog ran away and got away with the arrow. It was on a dog. People had thought that the arrow went through the dog, So that's just some of the tricks. And I'll stop for a second and we'll gather our thoughts to compose for the end. Okay, here we go. We'll wrap this thing up with this one. I thought of another one. we had a box like a little crate square and all, and it was all, we had it paint, and that's still around here. That box is still around here. I think Richard might have it. On the side, it's all painted black, and on the front, it had the wire front and like a gate, and it said on the side, we had painted on the side, "Beware of mongoose." And inside, we had a string and a fur like that the women put. Phone's ringing. Hello. No, she isn't, Joan. She went to the doctor's. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Joan. Take care. Bye. You get interrupted. That's Joan. That's a friend of my wife. That's fine. But I get phone calls from all kind of stuff. About my credit card. This is my last reminder or what. And they want me to get a credit card or something. They call me every day at 2 o'clock. It drives me nuts. Okay, getting back to the box. So the lid, the front, is like spring-loaded, and the string is attached to the fur that the women wear around their necks and all. So it's in there. That's the mongoose and everything. So we had it in work. And my friend was perfecting the release of the gate and all. And this guy come in and now it was perfected. He had it good, pull on that string and a lid open and fires that fur out. And also this guy, he come in and he says, my friend told me he left the door open to the shop and the guy says, what is that, mongoose? Oh, he says, stay away from that thing. They're dangerous. And the guy's looking at it and everything, but watch yourself, and the fur in there. You could see the fur. So he pulled the string to release, and that gate opened up, and that fur come flying out of there. He told them they'll jump for your throat. And that thing come flying out. That guy did a backflip, a complete thing backwards. He could never do that again, and he landed in a hallway. My buddy says, "Oh my God!" He says, "It scared me half to death." The guy wound up out in the hall, scared him with that mongoose. So the mongoose, that's the mongoose story. Okay, to finish up and everything. Well, now I read the paper here again today. JFK with a young mistress or whatever, and everything, lost her virginity. And what's with these presidents? My God. Clinton is the same thing and all. And JFK was a good president. He was instrumental in a lot of good things, but he's still a boy. We're born as boys, and it's go through all that damn stuff. Oh Jesus! Don't do that! Don't do that! I use it one word. Damn it! For God's sakes, cut it out! You frighten me. Enough!